Hi, I'm Kathy DeYoung,
And I'm Madison Carter.
and we're with Dance into College. We're a college consulting firm specializing in helping high school students find a perfect college dance program, whether it be for a major, minor, or just having fun with dance in college.
Today, we're going to be interviewing Evelyn and Terri Couch. We helped Evelyn last year decide to go to Ohio State, where she is double majoring. And we're just going to sit down with them and ask them a few different questions and get their insight on how Dance into College helped them make the right decision.
Enjoy.
If you will, just tell us a little bit of background about your dance experience and what styles you did.
So I have been dancing since I was about 2.5 years old. And I've done about ballet, tap, jazz, lyrical and contemporary, point, musical theater, hip hop. Those were all the main styles that I did.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
What was your focus when you were applying to different schools' dance programs?
I was looking for more contemporary or a commercial dance background.
So, Terri, for you, why did you decide to work with Dance into College?
I knew we needed some help navigating college applications and just the whole process. It's been a long time since my husband and I had applied, and we didn't even have the complicating factor of dance and the idea that you need to get into the college and the dance program. So with how complicated that is, and I just felt we needed an expert to help navigate that process.
As a participant in creating the final college list, what did you find most useful that Kathy helped with?
So one of the requirements we kind of gave Evie was that we would support her wanting to major in dance, but we felt she needed to double major in something too. And so not every dance program out there allows you to double major or has a double major that would fit with what she wanted to do. So Kathy kind of really scrubbed and gave us, did the research and got a list of places that had a dance program and would allow a double major non-BFA. So, and that really made us feel better about the schools she was looking at and applying to, because we knew she would get that dance major and a BA in whether it was arts management or business or something like that, which whatever worked out at the school. That really was so helpful.
Can you talk a little bit about your experience of working with Dance into College from a parent perspective?
I thought it was seamless. I mean, we met with Kathy when we let her know we were interested. She had explained what she did, what types of things were included in different pricing models she had, and what wasn't, what would be extra. It really, and explained how in the beginning, how much parent involvement she expected. And then as they got older and more independent in senior year, she expected the communication would be more her and Evie, and what she expected from that. And so it was seamless in knowing what she could help us with and having the paperwork there that kind of spelled it out.
So looking back, what did you find most helpful for you and Evie during this process?
Helping with editing essays.
Yes. Yes.
I think every dance program had different essay prompts.
Yes.
The one thing, some of my friends, their kids are applying and they're just common app, one essay, it's every school.
Yep.
I think Evie had 13 essays just for dance schools. And so, and Kathy took the time to read through every single one of Evie's responses and give feedback. And I mean, I know I read them all too, but it was
A lot.
so time consuming, I think, on
Right.
Kathy's point, and just so helpful.
And so every essay is different, depending on, the school. And it's also important to note that you have to apply for both programs. And so most of the times that requires separate essays. Is that correct?
Yes, double essays for almost every school. It was time consuming on both her and Kathy's part. And I would say, I think the second equally helpful thing was Kathy helping us keep up with deadlines. Because every school had a different deadline for the application, for the essay, for the dance school, for the audition material. And she really did help Evie keep up with what to prioritize and what to do next based on those deadlines.
So would you say that it was very helpful to have her because, you also had to keep up with your academics currently and your schoolwork and different things like that. So having her there to kind of, remind you, this is due this week, that was helpful as well.
Yes, it was definitely very helpful because I had to stay on top of the regular college admission applications, and then you had the dance applications, and then of course school, and then also dance that I did competitively. So I had a lot on my plate, and then having that timeline that she filled out, and having a to-do list with stuff that I could check off, and then she would send me reminders and be like, make sure you get this done. And it was very helpful. Yes.
And there was an online module where Evie and I both could log in and see what Evie had done and not done, what she, had it had suggested deadlines just for keeping her on track with everything too.
Right.
Even if it wasn't the school's deadline, it was like, you really need to get this far through this essay by this date.
Yep.
Just for me to have time to look at it and get it back to you in time. Mm-hmm. So that it was just really well organized and very helpful.
So with all that in mind, do you think that as a parent, you could have done all of this on your own, knowing what you know now and going through this process?
I could not have. I think, Carl and I both are working parents. We have, 3 other kids. We would have had to drop everything and give Evie, all of our attention just to barely manage through as many, applications as she did and looking at that. And I don't even know, there were certain things funny enough, I would have never even looked at the college or thought to look at the college Evie ended up going to and loving. Like, we didn't think of Ohio State as, going to be her number 1 pick. And, as the information came in and oh, okay, yeah, we'll apply there. And then she learned more about it. And funny enough, it became where she ended up. And so, I mean, it wasn't even on our list to begin with. So that I know she's grateful for that.
Yeah. What advice do you have to give to high school students who are interested in applying to a college dance program, both Evie and Terri?
Don't procrastinate. It's definitely the biggest thing because there's just so much to do. And then just try your best and just stick with what you like and know what you want to do. Because not every program out there is going to like you and you're not going to like it.
So you would say it's important to keep an open mind when going through this process?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, and what about you?
I would say, look, one of the things I'm grateful for, and I thought was great that Kathy told us about, was the group audition. Like, look for those, whether they're virtual or in person, where students can go and audition for multiple colleges at once. It's really helpful. You get a lot of feedback from those, and you get a feel for the school, and you never know, a school you weren't even considering might start recruiting you and you might learn that that's a great school. I thought Kathy letting us know about that program and her doing it was really, really, really helpful. And I think the format of those are great for the student.
So Terri, do you have anything else that you would like to add or speak about going through this process with Kathy?
I would just say, this process doesn't have to be miserable. There's help out there. you don't have to do it alone. And even if you think you can, there's so much information out there now that, why not get an expert to help get through that. And if I had to do it again, absolutely would.
Great, thank you.